Greetings, my name is Wouter, the DM or GM or Matt Mercer wannabe of our Pathfinder 2nd edition livestream, and welcome to this summary video where we summarize the adventure so far from The Pack, consisting of Allison, the half-elf blade singer in training, who is trying to make a name for himself and for his family business, Hannah, the Eladrin druid, who is just trying to figure out where she comes from, Iroh, the halfling monk who has left his monastery in search of his long-lost friend Dagwood, and Grakal, the tribal dragonborn champion of its gods who had been taken away from his homeland to be sold into slavery. And that is also exactly where our adventure started off, with Grakal's shackles being broken when he was freed by the rest of our party members, while regretfully letting his former slave master, named the Maddox, go away far to the north to conduct more slavery business. But after a long journey north, our heroes actually caught up with their prey in the cold swamp city of Fremdrist. Here, however, they quickly figured out that their prey was actually lying in wait for them, as on their first day there they were jumped by a group of thugs. After defeating them, however, a quick interrogation revealed that these thugs were sent by a person known as the Merchant. A person that seemed to be the second in command to the Maddox himself. So, our pack members quickly continued their hunt, disguising themselves as slavers and sneaking up to the merchant's camp, where he was now conducting an auction where he was auctioning off giant children to the highest bidder. Our heroes made quick work of him, freed the slaves who would now help them assault the Maddox if they could find his ship. It was at this moment that another person made herself known to the party. A so-called seeker by the name of Violora Moran had also been in pursuit of the Maddox. You see, the Maddox wasn't only a slaver, he was also a thief, and he had been busy stealing magical crystals from Violora's guild, who could turn any normal ship, like his ship, into an airship capable of flight, which would explain why nobody had found it yet. Until now. The pack and the seeker came to an understanding. She would help them find the airship to exact their revenge on their former slave master, and in turn she would be allowed to take back the crystals that the Maddox had stolen. So with that, a bond between them was made, and the pack, the seeker, and the former giant slaves all grouped together and assaulted the Maddox's airship. Here, they freed yet another slave, a snake woman by the name of Salash, who actually hailed from the same lands as Grakal did. On board his vessel, the Maddox and his crew fought tooth and nail, but they were no match for the combined might of our heroes, with Grakal actually getting the last blow on his former slave master. With his golden spear in hand, he raised it up and pierced the vocal cords of the Maddox, letting not one last filthy word leave his lips as he fell to the ground, dead. And with that, the first real quest of the pack was a success. But with their first quest concluded, that begs the question, what does the future hold? But the real interesting thing is that Iroh's long-lost friend Dagwood had been spotted in the mercenary compound of the Guthenian mercs. And fate just so has it that this mercenary compound is located in the exact same mountain range as our freed giant slaves hail from. So the next order of business for the pack is to escort these giants home and from there on journey further through the mountains to find the mercenary compound and hopefully Dagwood. Well, that is if the mountains will let them, of course. So, if you like what you just heard, please join me and the rest of the pack as we continue on in their beautiful adventures and just sit around at the table and goof. You can watch us on our Twitch every Sunday from 7 to 10 p.m. CET. That's twitch.tv/A Tale of Dice. Or if you would rather listen to us on your own time, you can download our podcast so you can have us on the go. Both links are in the description, by the way. And that's about it for now. So I hope you'll join us, and if you'll excuse me, I still have a session to prepare.